Modern used to be so full of life. Now Modern's dick don't work, which is basically the beginning of the end for all of us. Let's explore why Modern needs Jesus now more than ever using facts and logic. Chapter 1, Splinter Twin died for nothing. I often hear children say that Splinter Twin was banned because it was too overpowered. I assume their moms drank while they were pregnant, because this is very far from the truth. Splinter Twin decks had under a 54% win rate, and there were 11 decks with higher win rates than Twin. So why was Splinter Twin banned? I will demonstrate with a story. Once upon a time, there's a boy named Johnny who fell in love with a girl named Sally. Johnny fancied Sally because he wanted to see her vagina. Then they fell into a volcano and died. The end. You see what I mean? Abrupt endings make everything pointless, and now Johnny will never get any pussy. Likewise, against Splinter Twin decks, we would attack and say, "Look, Papa, we're winning." And right before we're about to bust a fat nut, a creature appears out of nowhere to take a fat dump on our hopes and dreams, making infinite creatures to kill us on the spot. I hear you asking, but Daddy, couldn't we just use counter or removal or something to stop the combo? And the answer is very much yes, hence the under 54% win rate. Wizards finally banning Twin was a huge deal for Modern because it set the precedent that Modern decks cannot win abruptly without prior warning. In other words, the Splinter Twin doctrine implies that progress toward the win should be clearly visible to everyone. All these decks here were at one point hated by the Modern community because they were seen as too fast, too powerful, and not interactive, with many calling for these decks to be banned. Yet, for the most part, they were left alone by Wizards because the decks obeyed the Splinter Twin doctrine, with clear indicators for how the game was progressing. Against Burn, we see our life total gradually dropping. Against Death Shadow, we worry when we see our opponent's life total drop below 10. And for Infect, it's the number of poison counters we have that matter. For Bogles, the number of auras. For Tron, the land types, and Graveyard decks, the number of cards in Graveyard. While not the most pleasant decks to play against, anyone could walk by one of these matches and instantly know what's happening based on these indicators. Fast forward to Modern today, we have our opponent on the ropes when all of a sudden a Modern Horizon card appears, exiles 2 of our creatures, blocks a 3rd, gains our opponent 3 life, and then exiles another creature. Our board is completely wiped and our opponent now has a creature that gains them life every turn. All of our progress has been made completely pointless, and now we'll never get any pussy. The only indicator we had in advance was 1 open plains. This not only violates our bums, but it also very much violates Splinter Twin doctrine. Chapter 2, Modern Horizons 2 gave me chlamydia. We don't have to look far to find players that think Modern Horizons 2 is a mistake. It made so many iconic Modern decks irrelevant and obsolete. And today, 6 out of 7 of the most played creatures in Modern are from Modern Horizons 2. To add salt to our wounds, some greedy hoebag at Wizards thought it would be a good idea to print the most needed cards at mythic rarity, driving the prices of Modern decks to never before seen levels. With Horizon cards overpowering the metagame, many players anticipated that Wizards would take action. Yet, it has been over a year since Modern Horizons 2 was released, and Wizards has not banned a single Modern Horizons 2 card in Modern. Even Lily is surprised by that. Chapter 3, Roller Coasters Give Me Hemorrhoids. With so many Modern players frustrated, how has Wizards responded? By celebrating how great the Modern metagame has become, pointing out that there are some players who say that Modern is the best it's ever been. It is true that there are some players who genuinely believe that Horizons actually made Modern better. Assuming Wizards is not providing these individuals with sexual favors in exchange for praise, how do we account for these differing and polarized opinions? Quite easily. This phenomenon is called the fat nut paradox. Let's look at some classic Modern. The games are close, we're not sure who will win, but slowly and steadily one player pulls ahead and finally claims victory. And if we ask the winner of the match how they feel, they say, "I feel great." And if we ask the loser how they feel, they say, "I wanted to win, but I feel okay." Overall, a net positive experience for everyone. Compare that to modern today. Games are explosive and rarely close. A one-sided spanking from start to finish. If we ask the winner of the match how they feel about busting a nut, they say, "I feel better than great. I feel fantastic." And if we ask the unfortunate loser how they feel, they say, "Please kill me." So which of these two scenarios is better? Honestly, it depends on the person. Some people enjoy roller coasters, while others do not. For players who do like roller coasters, they probably like how modern is now. And for players who don't like roller coasters, modern today probably makes them feel pregnant. But here's the thing, there's already a format for players who like roller coasters. It's called Legacy. Decks are incredibly explosive, responses are equally as explosive, and games end quickly. Anyone who can afford to play Modern can probably afford to play Legacy. In fact, on Magic Online, Legacy is actually more affordable than Modern. And considering that many card shops allow proxies for expensive Legacy cards, Legacy is already very much an option for players who like roller coasters. And now that Modern is also a roller coaster format, where are the non-roller coaster players supposed to go? Play Pioneer? Chapter 4, Wizards Smokes Crack. There are a concerning number of players who believe that the overseers at Wizards are geniuses with a secret grand plan unbeknownst to us peasants. But most enfranchised players know that the children who run WOTC are the kind of kids who run home to mommy shouting, "I found where the poo-poos come out," but then don't understand why mommy is an alcoholic. Wizards' erratic behavior can only be explained by one thing: smoking crack. Where do we begin? Wizards charges $250 for a measly 4 packs of cards, has the worst quality control of any major card game, runs card shops out of business by selling directly to players online, prints cards that literally no one asked for, scams players on Arena, bans anyone who criticizes them.
It's not like he called it Magic is AIDS, it just is Magic AIDS, which clearly it is.
Breaks most of their promises, bullies children by calling them homo, refuses to compliment my sister's hot ass, and so on. Well, Wizards is at it again, celebrating how much diversity the modern metagame has. Diversity? Where? You mean how sometimes our board is wiped by Solitude with Ephemerate, and other times our board is wiped by Furry with Undying Evil? Is that diversity? These two creatures make up a combined 51% of all decks. Chapter 5, Modern Horizons 2 is the worst mistake since Poopy Time Fun Shapes. Wizards had one goal with Horizons 2, to gouge players' wallets so that they can afford more crack. That meant that Wizards needed someone to design the set for them, so they went to the nearest nursing home and picked someone to lead the design team whose name sounds like foreskin.
The lead for Modern Horizons 2, who came down off the mount to lead this set. Aaron, tell us a little bit about Solitude.
Yeah, we can get the next slide up. Yeah, that's where it came from. That should see play across many formats, so I hope the white fans out there are not disappointed with this one.
Don't worry, Grandpa's not a racist. He just needs his afternoon nap. When Grandpa first got the job as lead set designer for Horizons 2, he soon realized he was screwed because all of his Wizards set designers were perpetually stoned. Grandpa needed help quickly so that he could get back to playing bingo, so he forced his grandkids to make the set for him. Then he held them at gunpoint and forced them to make a video assuring us all that everything in Horizons 2 was thoroughly tested and safe for Modern.
Here to talk everything about Modern Horizons 2, and they've got a unique perspective because they actually worked on the set ahead of its release. Did you do any testing with Shardless Agent?
I'm pretty sure we did. I don't remember it being that much.
Brian did a lot.
Okay.
Because Brian was like stress testing like the Tinker and other free spells with this.
Yes. I do remember that now. I mean, we definitely tested it. I don't remember it being that much. Okay. Because Brian was like stress testing like the Tinker and other free spells with this. Yes. We definitely tested it. I should be fine. Question mark?
It's a strong card.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, I'm personally excited to play this in the crashing footsteps, I think, archetype.
Footfalls.
I definitely want to footfalls. Yeah, crashing footfalls. That seems interesting to me.
Which one's Crashing Footfalls?
The Modern
Makes
Horizons
two-
1 make 2/4/4s.
Oh my god, which one is Crashing Footfalls? Horizons 2 made Footfalls the second most played modern deck in the past year. You're telling me that none of this was planned? I don't blame these kids though. They should be in school. And Wizards should be designing their own darn set instead of getting high all the time. Just listen to what this poor kid has to say about his supervisors at Wizards.
Tell us, what was your experience testing? How did you get brought in? What did they ask you to do? That sort of deal.
After like the second week, I just stopped hearing from anyone. And then I was like, so what's going on? And they were like, oh, sorry, we've been really busy and we had to like rearrange everything. And we're not actually working on Modern Horizons 2 anymore. We're going to do that later. Your contract will be over by then. So we don't have any more work for you. We'll talk to you again when we get back to actually working on this set.
Chapter 6, how do we save Modern? Now it's easy to point to Modern's problems, but impossible to get everyone to agree on how to fix them. Still, we're gonna try to come to an agreement. With no new cards entering Modern for another 2.5 months, if Wizards is planning on banning something, now's probably the time they would do it. So I want to hear from you big boys, which cards you think should be banned in Modern. I've listed some names of cards in the comments below. Upvote the comment if you think that card should be banned. It's also fine if you think it's better to not ban anything. Once your votes are in, I'll post a follow-up video analyzing the results. And until next time, stay dummy thick.